Hey everyone, how's it going? And in this video, we're going to be reacting to Crash Team Racing 20 years later, developed and created by the one and only Eyed Jak. Now, Eyed Jak has been probably one of my favorite YouTubers out there, if not probably my top 3 favorites. The amount of work and production value that he's added to his videos over the years is just absolutely crazy. Amongst any other YouTube reviewers that I've seen, there is no one that has put in so much effort like Eyed Jak. And the fact he hasn't made it over to 1 million subscribers yet is absolutely crazy, because I feel like he absolutely deserves them. So if you haven't subbed to him yet, please do so. Subscribe to his channel if you haven't done so already. And when it comes to Crash Team Racing, it is one of my favorite racing games of all time. And I feel like since the release of Crash Team Racing, I feel like none other racing games has come close to this game. So, yeah, we're going to be checking out his opinion and his review on Crash Team Racing. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, share the video, and sub to the channel if you're new. The link to the original video will be down in the link The link to the original video will be down in the link in the description box below. And with that being said, let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play.
Do you remember back in July of 2014 when ejaculation was a funny punchline?
Oh, right.
This is amazing!
Oh, that's something.
Yeah, neither do I. Which is why we're going to go back through and revisit our favourite kart races in preparation of Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled.
Oh, damn, Nitro Fueled.
It's over 100 episodes of the show later, and those old videos could definitely use an upgrade.
Yeah, I've got some updated videos as well. I love this intro to every Eyed Jak episode. It's almost like, fuck yes.
Following Crash 3 Warped in 1998, Naughty Dog was essentially done with the Crash Bandicoot series. However, before their departure from Universal Interactive, the team slapped together a quick kart racer in an attempt to murder the franchise on the spot. They thought that adding in some crazy alien known as nitrous oxide was so far out, fans wouldn't accept the game and would move on with their lives. But little did the Naughty Dog
I did not know that.
What they'd actually created was one of the most technically sound, energetic, fun, and replayable kart races in the history of kart races.
Absolutely.
And of course, Crash fans ate it up and continue to eat it up 20 years later.
Yeah, even I still eat it up to this day.
In 1999,
I'd probably rather play the PS1 version than the Nitro Fueled edition.
Still playing it and still mastering it. Of all the Mario Kart clones to be released over the years, how many of them can claim that? And tell me, after 1999, how many Mario Kart clones are actually Crash Team Racing clones?
It's a very good point.
Let's get into why that is exactly. Of course, there are the design aspects. For a PS1 game, it's rare to see a world so vibrant and full of life, which is a theme across all of Naughty Dog's titles.
Yeah, like, everything looks beautiful in this game.
Every single area is ripe with detail, and every single course has memorable set pieces combined with interesting track segments. You can't approach any of these.
I mean, that's all you really need, like, good music, good level designs.
You have some of the more simple areas,
and that's instant success.
But the more difficult tracks test what you know about the kart mechanics, with big jumps to boost off of, wide turns to slide around, 90-degree turns where you need to be more precise with your movement, and then the mastery of all the various shortcuts we have at our disposal.
I struggle to do that shortcut.
Playing this as a result, because every track is refreshing next to the previous one you played. Throw on top of that an absolutely gorgeous soundtrack that sells the atmosphere of each location perfectly, and we're already off to a great start here. The game has all of the familiar modes you can expect from any kart racer. Single races and tournaments, time trials, yeah, good luck with those.
Yeah, and the cool thing is, like, outside of adventure mode, there's just so many things to do in the game.
Attributes is that it also includes an adventure mode. You get to pick one of the 8 base characters, each with different levels of ability. The objective is to race across 4 different hub areas, winning races to collect trophies. Earning these grants you access to the boss races against Ripperoo, Pinstripe Potteroo, Papu Papu, and Komodo Joe. Your reward for beating them is a key to the next area. Standard
Very
stuff,
simple, yeah.
but also inside of adventure mode, we have access to a new set of race modes. Of course, we've got the standard trophy race. Relic races are like time trials, but with crates to smash that freeze the clock. CTR races require you to collect the 3 letters, usually off the main path, and win the race. So it's another level of challenge on top of just simply winning.
Yeah,
and crystal
that's
challenges have you in an arena trying to collect all of the crystals
I absolutely
before
fucking
time
hate
runs
these
out.
sections.
All
we
of
have to
these
collect power
take
crystals
the
in
previously
Crash Team
established
Racing.
concepts from the more traditional Crash games, but apply them to the racing genre. It's actually so creative. And at the end of it all,
it definitely
you
is
get
very
to face
creative.
nitrous motherfucking oxide. The dirty, cheating bastard. Once you complete
always a
everything
cheater.
and race
Every
Oxide
time.
a second time, he goes back to the planet Gazmoxia and you're done. The whole thing
Or like
seems kind of redundant
Mox-
looking
Moskia.
back, but it really
That
isn't.
was a terrible joke.
There has always been a big debate amongst gamers through the years when it comes to couch co-op multiplayer games like this. Is it better to force players to unlock content, or should it all just be available from the start? Well, CTR hits the sweet spot in this debate. You start the game with everything you could possibly need, the vast majority
Yeah, pretty
of
much
courses and
almost
8
every
races of
level
varying
and
ability.
all the main characters.
But the adventure mode actually gives you an incentive to unlock the other races and the few extra levels. It might seem like such a minor detail, but it's an important detail this game gets right. And it's also something that gives the game more content overall without actually having to add in more stuff. I think a lot
Or
of
use
people like to forget
microtransactions.
this. It's not about how much you have to offer, it's about how much you can offer with what you already have.
That's the key with
And
video
for
games,
the
everyone.
time, it was a very forward-thinking concept. Of course, it was stolen straight from Rareware's Diddy Kong Racing, but it's something that's absolutely worth stealing, as the adventure mode in both of these games helps them to stand out. And Mario Kart never really had anything like it, which is one of the reasons I've personally never been committed to them.
Okay.
But look, the only thing that really
Like, the only
matters
Mario
with a
Kart I
kart
was into was
racer,
Mario Kart
aside
Wii.
from maybe interesting track design, is the control.
Oh,
For a
fuck yeah.
genre that breeds so much competitiveness,
Controls are so freaking
every
good.
move needs to land as the player intended. Look at fighting games. A slightly broken mechanic or move, and the entire thing is messed up. And it's the same case for racing games. This is where Crash Team Racing truly shines.
Controls has to be an
and
absolute
shines
must in any racing
than
game.
everything else. Control in this game is 100% responsive and tight without any fault. Now, I've heard people claim that they feel this game is too tight.
Oh, right.
But that actually doesn't make any sense.
That, yeah,
The
that's
fact
honestly
that
a first
the
for
control
me.
is so tight means that the player is in full control. If you fuck up, that's on you and your ability at the game.
That's it.
Which is why CTR
So the only way
is
to actually master
great
this game is
at
to get good.
encouraging improvement. As a novice player, yes, you can get through the game normally, but you're constantly reminded about power slides and boosting.
Yeah.
Unlike a lot of
So it's
games,
only a matter if you
when
want to sit down and
slide,
listen to those
you can
advice.
get 3 additional boosts by timing a button press when this bar gets red, or you see the smoke from your cart turn black. Mastering the power slide and learning how to chain boosts together is the key to unlocking this game. You can also get boosts from launching from a great height, or from those cliche boost pads you'll see all over the track. This is how you gain a new level of speed, and to the game's credit, it does a fairly good job at keeping things balanced.
Yeah,
if
it
all
does.
you can do is drive around the course, the game won't fuck you up too bad. But the moment you start hitting this next level of speed, man, the AI is going to throw everything it has at you. Which is great, by the way. The added challenge is what keeps it fun. But can
and
you
unpredictable
believe
as well.
that's still not enough? There is actually an even higher level of mastery that most casual players probably don't even know about.
Oh, wow.
And that included me for a long time, by the way.
Okay, what is it?
I used to think I was pretty good at this game, but not anymore. The people who have conquered CTR competitively over the years have unlocked an even greater level of speed.
Oh,
Linking
shit.
so many boosts together and taking advantage of the game's boost reserve system allows you to maintain maximum speed longer than normal. And combining all of that with the super speed boosters laid throughout certain courses allows you to reach what has been dubbed Ultimate Sacred Fire. I mean, just look at how fast this is. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
This is why Crash Team
it's fucking
Racing
crazy,
is still
that.
so beloved all these years later. Speed, speed, so much speed. When it released in '99, it was an absolute beast. But even 20 years later, still, it remains one of the most technically deep and proficient races of all time.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this thing spawned from the same people who made this. And yet, despite the fact that this game was designed
I suppose, like,
to
the
kill
saying goes,
Crash's
like, trial and
future,
error, practice makes
Naughty
perfect.
Dog are just so damn good that they made Crash Team Racing instead. Instant fucking success. This was the first game I ever gave a 9 out of 10. That's a big deal.
Yeah,
I've only
100%.
ever given a score that high to 2 other games since Castlevania Symphony of the Night and Super Mario Galaxy. What can I say? I'm a fussy bitch. And look, I'll be honest, I still
Says that
have
with a
my
serious
gripes
face
with
as well.
this game too. The fact that nitrous oxide is not an unlockable character is thoroughly disappointing.
Yeah, it sucks,
Of
though.
course, it was due to system limitations, but it still sucks, as
Yeah.
he's such an awesome character. In his place,
Well, I suppose, like, it's
however,
grateful that we have
got
him
Penta
available in
Penguin.
Nitro Field.
Yeah, that's a pretty pathetic substitute, but
Yeah.
at least his stats are maxed out in the PAL release, so it's something, I guess. But the other
yeah, it's
piss
not really the
off I've
same, though.
always had is that none of the unlockable races feature outside of adventure mode, meaning we're always facing the same lineup of characters. In Mario Kart, on the other hand, everyone shows up to race. It's not important, but that always bummed me out, never seeing my hard work unlocking the characters paid off in arcade mode.
Yeah, I'm not sure if
That's
that will
just
be
me, though,
limited
and along with
hardware
Oxide
or
not
something
being
like that.
playable, the game is still so good, it's not even worth complaining about.
Yeah.
What's important is that Crash
It's
Team
fantastic.
Racing is still, to this day, one of the strongest performers of its entire genre. The game looks and sounds amazing, track design is incredibly thought out and detailed, making each race feel different. All of the characters are fun and cartoony, with a lot of charisma out on the track, something that has become a staple of kart races since. The game
Yeah,
is
that
paced
is true,
very
actually.
well, with a good level of progression and incentive to keep playing, even long after you've beaten adventure mode. And on a technical level, I don't think that anything even comes close to this. There is just so much to learn and master, yet the game is still so easy to pick up and play, no matter your skill level. And as a result of all that, its replay value is through the roof. So
It
I
absolutely
can't
is.
wait to get hooked on this game all over again. But, as we all know by now, Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled is going to be more than just a simple CTR remake.
Yeah,
So be sure to
like, it
join
has
me next
Nitro Kart
time
stuff.
when we take a look at Crash Nitro Kart. But until then,
Okay,
I hope you
let me
enjoyed
know,
the
comment down
video.
below if you
you
want me
did,
to
be sure leave a like,
check out
subscribe, and
his
share.
review on Crash
I'm
Nitro
Eyed
Kart.
Jak, and I hope you
Like,
have
let me know.
a great fucking day. Thanks for watching.
Oh well, thank you for having me. I feel pretty honored.